like that. It's a lot of money, why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello? That's the Chad calling.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
Ready, set. Here we go. Runs the mic. Watch one. Watch one.
No game on this defense. No game.
Check the backer. Check the backer. 80 weapons. Check safety. Check safety. Deep grip. Deep grip.
They'll swing this complete out to Hill. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Now the former fourth-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Double tight, guys. Double tight. 3 down. 3 down. Hey, check. Hey, lock it. 3 down. You're out. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. 5.
Now Ballage. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Go.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Team 6. Just squeeze. Ready?
On 2nd down, here's Locke. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for. And it's 3rd and short.
On the ready.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. It's a 1st down and more for Gordon. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Melvin Gordon, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a 1st down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, pick up the 1st down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Let's go. At
their own 25-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Off play action. Daniels. He is going to find Hill here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down.
Down. 15.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Malage. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw on 2nd down, Daniels. And going deep for Hill. This is caught. An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs. 45 yards. And that's now 2 big catches on this drive for him.
You know, the NFL keeps talking about the possibility of using video for coaching on the sidelines. That's not approved yet, but you can still use pictures. They've got to send his picture down to their defense and say, you see him? Cover him.
Gets this one to Hill. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be second and goal. Second and 4. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. The extra point up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
Early in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum down.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here we go on 4th down with Rock. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. What a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Hey, exit. Go. Now.
On 1st and 10, Daniels. This one complete to the tight end, O'Shaughnessy. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Look at me, zipper. That's me.
They run it with Balaj. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Here we go. 90 Wolf. You
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On second down, a run with Lindsey. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
60 or hey, shoot. Catch it. Kill. Fight.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Hurry. Shoot.
Lock now on 1st down. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
He's going to fire one. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos cut into that lead. Bullock good on the extra point. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. In your fight. Pilot, 64, weak, now.
They'll run here with Balaj. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Hey, I 7.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Alert flare, alert flare. 25, check 25. There.
Off the play fake. Daniels eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. He was pretty good a year ago in college, getting outside of the pocket and making plays, but it's a different story here in the NFL.
Well, in college, when he broke out of the pocket, his receivers often knew what to do in a scramble drill, and defenders weren't quite as adept at that. In the NFL, they work on that as well. They realize once he's out of the pocket, you can knock a receiver down. You can take him out of the play that way. You can make sure you hunt him up and make sure that you have him covered downfield. They do a much better job of it. He's got to learn that the speed has changed on this level.
Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Frank Clark picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Well, there was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. A big play there. Taking it in, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. They haven't fully climbed the mountain, but they've started the ascent here with that score.
I like that, right? I think they've left base camp now, okay?
Go.
So they've started to move their way up the mountain. Long way to go, but at least they know it's manageable.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Topper! Hey, seam six.
Looking to throw. Daniels under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The sack there by Bradley Chubb. Now another timeout called for by the offense as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Back to throw. Daniels. Flush to his right. Completes it to Hardman. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
On the set. 22's coming, Mike. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Watch it.
Off play action. Daniels. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Demarcus Robinson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number two.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. That's fielded in the end zone. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Ready, break. Bravo.
On 1st down, Locke. Being chased out left. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Hey, check.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. He's crashing.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
On the double. Look at me. Go.
On 1st down, it's Lindsey. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
60 outlaw.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Throwing on 2nd down. Locke. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Clock now to throw, and that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Locke going to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
2nd and 11. And his throw is incomplete. Darquez Denard there defensively. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Set, ready, 8, read.
We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
Ready.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Daniels. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
Watch the safety creep.
Now a handoff looking right. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4.
Go now. 70, Indy.
One's the mic. Watch one.
Hey, Orbit.
Coming up to you.
Yes, yes.
Mike one.
Watch the run. Go.
To throw on 2nd down. Daniels. That's complete to Robinson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
He's coming. Double up. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Protein spill. Hey, exit.
Here we go. What's the punt?
From the gun on 3rd down. Daniels. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Got it.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Two.
Bang, bang. Check 37.
80 weapons. Get it.
Throwing on 1st down is Locke. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver 1st down. Locke now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Phillip Lindsay, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos get a bit closer.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt, you need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback. And it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all, and to me it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead, or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 11. Looking to throw. Daniels. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Hey, rock it now.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd down and 12. Off the play fake. Daniels going for the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Here's Jones. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning.
Hey, Delta.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Able to get this to Gordon. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Tech McKinley made his way into the backfield.
Remember, throughout my career, hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to get it back to a one-score game. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So with just under 40 seconds to go, you figure this is going to need to bounce their way if they have any shot. And I think the Broncos have it. They do. So they've accomplished half the mission, Charles. They get the onside kick. They do need a touchdown here, but they've got some time to do it.
In the excitement, there's no need to press. Plenty of time. They have the opportunity. Now they just need to execute and finalize things.
Escaping the pressure right. He completes this to Sutton. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
Here we go.
The offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You got to call all these big plays.
And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down one. That extra point is not a gimme.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Come on, man. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Well, big plays back and forth just continue. Both offenses excelling.
And I hear the excitement in your voice while you're calling this game. This hurts my soul as a defensive player, watching these teams go up and down the field and put points on the
Do
board.
me a favor the rest of the way. Sit back, relax, and just appreciate the offensive dominance that's going on out here.
I'll give it a shot.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Broncos' 37-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Off play action. Daniels. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. Everything right now resting on the right foot of Harrison Butker. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
Down. 30 base.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
On first down, Daniels. And this is going to be caught. He got it. It's a touchdown. Forget overtime. They're going to win the football game right now. Point after, right down the middle. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And spins away.